Are you tired of being stuck right where you're at and you're not sure why you're there? Well, in this video, we are going to identify the limiting belief that is
slowing you down
from being the best that you can. How to identify your limiting belief. I want you to work backwards from all of your actions, think of all of your goals, and think about the things that you need to do to make those goals a reality. Okay, for example, let's say that you want to be healthy. Let's say that that is, man, a goal of yours. I want to be healthy. And you know, to be healthy, you need to exercise, you need to eat right, you need to do those sorts of things to be healthy. And you're thinking, man, I don't have enough time. You're thinking, I don't know how. Then you're thinking, man, I'm just lazy. So those thoughts go in your mind. Those thoughts go in your mind. And then some people stop right there and say, that's my limiting belief. I am lazy. And I will tell you, that's not your limiting belief. You might be lazy, but that is not the limiting belief. So what you want to do to find out that limiting belief is, because you can hang out there, well, I'm just lazy, or I don't have enough time. Again, I'm using the example of exercise, but there may be other areas that this will play in your life. And so go underneath, I'm lazy, I don't know what to do, I don't have enough time. Here's what's underneath that. I don't deserve it, or I'm not good enough to be healthy, or I'm not lovable, or I'm not worthy. You see what just happened there? So again, we are identifying our limiting belief. And what happens is we usually just go one level down. Like, man, I'm lazy, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure how to do it, I'm never gonna do this. But really what's under that is the true belief that you are working with in your body is, man, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough to be healthy, I don't deserve it. And those things hit you. And if that's you, I would just like you to say, man, that's me. Put that in the comment. And maybe it's not about being healthy. Maybe it's about a job that you really want to get. Maybe it's about a career that you're wanting to go after. Maybe it's about a relationship that you want to have. Maybe it's about a relationship that you're in and you need to get out of. Maybe it could be so many different things that our limiting beliefs are limiting us from living our life. And so right now, I want you to write down that limiting belief. And then what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I know that is bringing you great value. If you could please subscribe to my channel, man, that would be awesome, because I would love for this video to help more and more people and serve them in whatever way that they need it. And also, if you could hit the bell deal so that you can get notifications whenever I go live. I try to go live once a week or when a new video is posted. What does that limiting belief cost me? What does it cost you in the past? I don't know what that is for you. For me also, it cost me staying comfortable too long in certain places, which ended up me getting hurt. Again, that limiting belief of I'm supposed to be comfortable, because if I get uncomfortable, someone's going to hurt me. So protect, protect, protect. That was a limiting belief. Again, ask yourself this about the limiting belief that you wrote down. In the future, what is it going to cost me? Going down into back to where we were with the example. And again, you can grab this sheet. It's nextstepcoach.org/decoder. Go ahead and grab this sheet. I'm going through the sheet and you can go through it with me exactly. So in the future, what is it going to cost you? So again, we're writing down our limiting belief. What does it cost you in the past? What does it cost you in the future? And then the next one is, what is it going to cost you in the present? Like right now, what is that limiting belief cost you right now? I mean, why do I have this? And I really can't answer that question. I would love to meet with you if that's something that you're like, man, I don't know how to move on past this limiting belief. That's something that I do in my life coaching practice. I actually help people and we identify the limiting belief together. And then we identify how it is actually hurting you. And then what we do is we find ways that we can change that automatic belief in your life. And I would love to work with you. Or if you want to refer somebody to me, I would love to meet with them. They can go to nextstepcoach.org and they can fill out an application and see if we could work together. And I would encourage you to apply to do that. Because what happens with our limiting beliefs is this: it is a habit. And what do we do with habits? We keep doing those different habits. And the neat thing is that you can change this automation that your brain keeps replaying. You see, your brain keeps telling you that the limiting belief is true, that you are this limiting belief. Your brain just tells you that. You don't have a bad brain. You just have a brain. And the brain tells you, yeah, you know what? This is the limiting belief. And so your brain gets used to it, which means what else is really cool with that? You can change that belief. And so how do you change that limiting belief? And this is the gold for today. How can you change the limiting belief? Once you recognize it, you're going to recognize it so much more than you typically have in the past. It's just like this. I would love to have a yellow Jeep Wrangler. That would be awesome. I would love to have a yellow Jeep Wrangler and the roof things come off and all the stuff. That would be incredible. And so what's going to happen today? Here's what's going to happen. I just said I would like those. They're really cool. You see this yellow Jeep and you're like, why do you see the yellow Jeep? Is because you're thinking of yellow Jeeps, or you're thinking of red trucks, or you're thinking of Chick-fil-A's. They're everywhere. I see a Chick-fil-A. I want Chick-fil-A. Bam, there's a Chick-fil-A. So you see that you're starting to recognize those things. The same is true with limiting beliefs. When you identify the limiting belief, then you start to recognize it a lot more, and then it starts to lose its power. And so how do we change it? Let's go back to the example that I said in the beginning of this video of you want to be healthy. You want to be healthy, and the limiting belief that came underneath that was, I don't deserve to be healthy. I don't, no one's gonna, it doesn't matter. I'm not lovable. Being healthy is just, I don't deserve it. And that's that limiting belief. Here's what happens. When you recognize that limiting belief, so you know that about yourself now, you've written it down like pencil and paper, not like you remember it in your brain, like you literally write it down, the limiting belief. And then when you open the fridge, right, you go to the fridge, like you're laying in bed and you were like, man, it was a great day. And then all of a sudden you get hungry. Like it's 11:30 at night and you're like, I'm starving. and if that's you, I get it. Okay, we all get it. And so what do? We sneak out of bed and we go over to the fridge and we open it up, and the light from the fridge just glows on our face, and we're looking in the fridge. And here's what you can do right now to change the limiting belief of the example of being healthy. Here's what you can do. You've already recognized it, and you can say, when you open the fridge, I'm getting healthier every day. And then what's going to happen is you actually grab the healthy thing versus the unhealthy thing. Because if you're laying in bed and you get hungry, and then you go to the fridge and you think to yourself, I'm just a fat slob, then you're going to grab everything unhealthy, and all you're doing is you're feeding that belief. The same is true in every other areas. If you think and agree with the limiting belief, then you're going to act on that, which is feeding the beast of the limiting belief. And so again, to change the limiting belief, we've got to change the habit. You got to change what you're saying. You got to change what you're thinking. And it sounds like a lot of work, but really it's just, first off, recognizing it. And a lot of people aren't wanting to do the work to write it down. That is so simple. And then you can say, man, what has this cost me in the past? What is this going to cost me in the present? And what will this cost me in the future? And you're recognizing it. And then you start changing the habit that limiting belief is playing in your mind. You were like, man, I want to work with you, and I would love the opportunity to get to know you and set up an initial call to see if we can work together and what package would be perfect for you. Let me know, because I believe that coaching could truly change your life.